Folks, we here at the show would like to send out our heartfelt condolences to the friends and family of actor Anton Yelchin. He will be sorely missed.
It has come to our attention that in the early years of the 21st century, man was being closely watched by intelligence greater than theirs. Yet somehow more or less alone.
Through the chaos, we become the Fanatics. The Fanatics. The Fanatics and the Fan.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Oh my God, what an amazing summer. It's cooling this summer. Actually, it's been so hot. It's been so hot. Brandon, I've missed you. How you been, man? You've been all over the place. How's your summer?
It's been great.
How many Pokemon do you have?
I got like 49 right now. So I got 49 types, yeah.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff like that later on in the show, right?
I've got lots of things to say.
Welcome back, Miss Sandy. How'd you like our hiatus?
I loved it. Been busy.
How you're living without regular television? You're binge watching everything?
No, I'm actually reading a lot of books right now and going to the theater.
Nerd. So you're doing your nerd summer.
I'm doing my nerd summer.
And of course, my movie guy, my TV guy, comic guy, Keith. You get to do Planet Comic Con.
It was a place that was fun.
I wanted to go so bad.
How you liking this summer so far, buddy?
It's too hot. Too hot, and way too many shows are figuring out some chicken-ass ways to go out. Looking right at you. Right at you, Penny Dreadful.
Now, how many seasons did we have with that show?
Just 3. They could have done 4. They had it.
They should have done 4.
They should have done 4. Look, to the cast and crew, I'm very thankful. To John Logan, thank you for creating the show. But really, seriously, I mean, that's it. It's like a really bad end to a really cool date. You know?
That is what it must
It's a handshake.
Okay, it's not the kind of end that you wanted for your really cool date. I don't know what dates you've been on, Brandon, but sounds more like a business transaction.
Well, I did pay for it.
Hey, did you hear about Captain America's statue in Brooklyn? I mean, man, really?
Superman has one, so I mean,
man.
Captain's got to get one now.
So Keith, let's talk about Warner Brothers and DC and the drama.
You know what? Just treat this like the Food Network, because there's a lot of people out there that are learning how to fix crow any different number of ways. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you, but you didn't want to listen. Okay? Zack Snyder, all I can say is if you're Josh Trank, that's how you work with the studio when they're effing you over. Just stay silent. Let the haters hate. Let them hate.
So now, are we all kind of? Has everybody seen the Ultimate Edition?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Are you looking forward to DC's Delvage now? I mean, is DC holding their own?
Look,
that's been everybody's biggest concern to me.
That was the concern before the original theatrical. The Ultimate Edition came out. This was the version of the movie that Warner Brothers top brass saw that allowed them to greenlight all the other films. So if you're one of those people that love to go with the whole mental fiction that nothing's going to go right, yeah, stay with that. Stay with that. And continue to eat your crow. It's good for you.
No, I'm still going to go with Marvel rules, DC drools.
Marvel, I love them. I love Marvel. Now, if we're talking Fox Marvel, that's a different story. You know, I actually...
Doesn't count.
I saw X-Men Apocalypse.
I did too.
It wasn't as bad as the critics made it out to be.
Money back.
Okay, it wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad.
Great? That's still a step up.
But isn't that the point, that it wasn't great? We deserve greatness. We've had greatness. That's what everybody is doing.
Hey, can I? I'm assuming that everybody listening to this has seen the movie, so let me put something out there. Oh, you haven't?
I'm not even trying to.
How it should have ended has every criticism, and I have the other 100 of that film. Their first big thing is a question that people that even love the movie can't answer. Okay, so I'm just saying, there are enough plot holes. You could have flown the entire Independence Day and Independence Day movies 2 through those. There's enough room to even fly a Death Star through all the plot holes in that film.
Yeah.
So, plus, how are you gonna do a movie with Deadpool? Seriously, how are you gonna get that cast into a movie with Deadpool?
You can't.
You can't.
No.
You can't. The only way is you're gonna have to reboot it so that you can keep all the same actors.
Okay, I want to point out my favorite character of the whole movie was Storm. The actress they had playing her was very good.
Yes.
That was about it.
Well, I just like how my favorite thing is that somebody brought up that each of these decades, each of these like First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse are about a decade apart. Well,
Yeah.
Professor Xavier still looks.
Well, see, they were
29.
going back to there's enough plot holes to.
That's my favorite thing, is that he should be in his late 50s by now.
I'm telling you, I love all these actors. I love them all. But seriously, Jennifer Lawrence, I love you, girl. You can act your butt off.
Okay, I did not like her as Mystique at all.
That's the thing. She was given nothing to do in that movie.
No, she could have just been out of the movie.
In fact,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
I'm pretty certain that the person who wrote the screenplay for this movie was the same people that pretty much did First Class. And my, again, criticism of that film is it's half a good movie. This movie, less so.
No, this was about half a good movie and then half a bad movie.
Yeah, you are so nice.
I think they took a really, really great plot line from the comics and just tore it apart.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Michael Fassbender should definitely be giving Christmas presents and other nice gifts to whoever wrote the screenplay, because he made out like a bandit, but nobody else did. Nobody else comes out good in any way, shape, or form. Again, it's not totally down the movie, but it's easy. It is.
At least it wasn't
Jennifer Lawrence was
Wolverine
totally
origins.
overshadowed by all the other characters. I mean, she just didn't even need to be in the movie.
And I say again with authority, I love her. She's great. Everybody's great. I love all the actors. They have a fantastic cast. But
they start writing for their cast.
yeah, they start writing for the cast. There are other people in the movie.
Yeah.
Or why not have the comic book writers write, or at least help write?
I'm not sure that
Because
helps.
that's too much
on behalf,
common sense.
On behalf of Fox, I'd like to go. We're not. Who are you? That's been their official statement to comic book fans about that. So,
Well, I mean, comic book writers are different, and writing
Really?
writing comic books and writing a full feature film screenplay obviously is different. But really, how bad? They couldn't do much worse than what's already been put out there for a lot of these movies.
go ahead.
What I think has helped a lot of the Marvel movies and a lot of like Deadpool is that you have comic book fans writing the scripts. When you just get any script writer off the street to take, here's a whole bunch of list of things, and you just pick out your best favorite parts and put them in there, it doesn't work, because these comic book writers have created a whole story, and they aren't very good at sometimes too. There's some storylines that I would rather just not exist.
Well, yeah, there are some storylines.
The Apocalypse storyline was probably one of my favorite X-Men storylines, and that was just that movie. It was not an X-Men Apocalypse. It wasn't.
Well, if you're going to compare it to the comic book, no, it was just an X-Men movie.
But that's the thing. When you look at Marvel Studios, even when they make changes, there's enough of the original story in there that you can. It's good. It's good no matter which way you slice it.
I like Civil War. They changed
They
almost
did
the
change
entirety
Civil
of
War,
Civil
but
War,
it was
but it was still
enjoyable,
a very
right.
good movie. So you need somebody who has a comic, understanding to be able to write these books, and it can't be that hard to find somebody who's read a comic book to write a screenplay.
It's actually, like Fox went out and got all the screenwriters who basically worked on The Last Heroes. I'm sorry.
You mean Heroes Reborn? But Brandon, you make a great point, because I was actually I've mentioned it several times. I was never really a fan of the Civil War storyline at all. The concept, why they were doing it, none of it really appealed to me. So when I was going into this movie, that was my concern: is how are they going to make this work? And
Underoos.
Best line ever. But I was very impressed with the story and the way they explained it. Kinda. Because Keith, you and I discussed this many times in the comic. Later on down the road, Tony Stark and Cap had another discussion, and a lot of truth saying came out. That's not really applicable here. Tony wasn't wrong. If I was in Tony Stark's position, I would not ever be forgiving anybody with that information.
Well, and Tony Stark is the kind of person who would take on all that kind of blame and everything. It fits into his alcoholic personality.
Right.
It's perfect for him. So Tony Stark isn't necessarily wrong, but at the same time, his measures he wants to do, he really should. How it should have ended did a really good thing, where it should be called the Tony Accords.
Right. Exactly.
Tony was the biggest problem for most of this.
This all started because he felt guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And it was for something that really, when you think about it, again, ultimately, there really wasn't much they could do in that situation in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That was his fault.
No, I'm talking about what happened. Ultimately, in the third act, you got two really bad decisions.
Right.
Really bad decisions. So, which
marriage or marriage to another woman?
I don't think you saw the same movie we did.
Yeah.
Sokovia. What would you have done?
I'm just saying, two bad decisions right there.
Well, it was Tony Stark's fault in the fact that he created Ultron to begin with.
Actually, even Ultron wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah, he didn't actually create Ultron. That was just an accident. What really did it was the stone.
Right.
That's very true.
Okay, but what ultimately, the problem with Tony is the fact that he feels like he's got the best idea, he's got the best way of doing things, and it didn't help that the Scarlet Witch was kind of prodding a lot of that around. In fact, he was under her spell for quite a while, unlike everybody else on the team. That it was like a limited thing and it was over.
Well, most of the country has been under a spell of an Olsen twin at one point or another, so I can see how you can see.
I'm seriously, this is the talented one. Again, good movie. I like the build up for it. Very well told story. I'm ready for what happens next.
I do find it interesting that we're now in an age where both DC and Marvel and their movies are playing into and dealing with, in a major way, accountability.
Yes.
And
but given that we're living in the shadow of classic novels like The Dark Knight Rises and Watchmen, to me, I'm not surprised at all. This is something that I felt was really one of the major turning points and positive parts of Batman vs. Superman and of Civil War. Not so much that anybody got the memo at Fox for X-Men. Seriously,
I don't foresee them actually ever having any accountability in any of their movies.
No.
But that actually leads me to a question. I know I've asked it before, but I'm going to ask it again because we're now in this world and we've had the extra 30 minutes. Say something like this breaks out. Kind of like...
The TV series Powerless, coming from Warner Brothers this fall.
I'm actually so looking forward to that.
Yes.
But what side would you... And this is individual people. What side would you be on? Something... are you going to be upset that, all of these buildings are gone and you possibly could be out of a job? Or are you going to be happy that, the planet is still here? Given
what are we talking? Are we talking the
just for an example
the scenario from the first Avengers movie? Is that what we're going?
Actually, I was going to do any scenario. If you want to go with Sokovia, I know if I had lost as many people in Sokovia, I'd probably be a little salty too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, a little bit.
Well, I got to think that I would be more of a